How to install the HP Remote System Controller on the HP Z2 SFF-G9. In this video, we'll show you how to install the necessary components to use the HP Remote System Controller with the HP Z2 Small Form Factor G9. For the installation, you need the HP Remote System Controller itself, a short Ethernet cable, a USB 3 Type A to Type A cable, a DisplayPort to Mini DisplayPort cable, and the external power and signal cable. You will also be provided with the 10-pin power and signal bulkhead adapter and internal power and signal cable. For tools, you'll need a 15 Torx head screwdriver and a small Phillips head screwdriver. Start the installation by removing the side panel. Remove the rear blower fan and disconnect the power cable from the main board. Use a small screwdriver to pry out the blank on the rear of the chassis for the bulkhead adapter. Plug the end of the internal power and signal cable labeled RSC into the 10-pin connector on the rear of the bulkhead adapter. Route the bulkhead adapter into the opening on the rear of the chassis and secure it with the 2 screws that were set aside. Use the Torx head driver to tighten the screws. Unlatch the PCI Express page, hold down clips by pressing down on the 2 blue touch points next to the latches. Lift by the touch points on the cage to remove the PCI Express cage. Disconnect any auxiliary power cables and set the cage aside. Free the top blower fan by pressing down on the blue touch point. And plug the end of the internal power and signal cable, labeled MB, into the 10-pin port below the fan on the main board. The other end of this cable is plugged into the bulkhead adapter. Reinstall the PCI Express cage, 2 blower fans, and the side panel. Plug one end of the Type A to Type A cable into an available USB port on the main board. The DisplayPort end of the Mini DisplayPort to DisplayPort cable into the primary graphics output on the workstation, and the external power and signal cable into the bulkhead adapter. If it's desired to pass through the network connection from the remote system controller to the workstation, then plug in one end of the short Ethernet cable into the RJ45 port on the workstation. Now we will connect the opposite sides of each cable to their corresponding ports on the left side of the remote system controller. Plug in the Ethernet cable into the right side of the remote system controller.